Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Stylebyvidu yourself. In this video, I am going to share you how to cut and stitch this beautiful suit. For that, I have taken a separate 2.5 meter for top and bottom. Firstly, I will show you how to fold the bottom. I am folding the bottom by half in length. So here we have two layers. Now I will fold by half in width. You can see here we have 4 layers. So you can see there is a print at the bottom. So I am going to mark from the bottom to the top. Now I'll draw a straight line. So from this point I'll mark 40 inch, which is the length of my bottom. So mark it and extend these points. So you can see from the top till bottom it is 40 inch. Since we have designs at the bottom, I am doing like that. Now from this point mark 2 inch for inserting an elastic for belt purpose. So in my measurement, hip is 40 inch divided by 4 gives you 10 inch plus 2 inch for seam allowance. So I am marking 12 inch. Similarly mark 12 inch here. Then from this point mark 12.5 inch. Firstly I'll mark the front portion. Then I'll show you how to mark the back portion. So join these 2 points. Mark 6 inch from this point. Then extend these points. Now from here mark 2.5 inch. Draw a slight curve here. So in the bottom where I have marked the 6 inch, there I am keeping my measuring tape like this, 5 inch at that place, and I am marking 10 inch. See, you can see how I am marking. I am marking 5 inch on both the sides. So join these 2 points, then these 2 points. I'll separate the back portion and I will trim only the front portion now. So now I am placing the back portion. I have folded it twice. So now I am placing the front portion on it, and I'll show you how to mark the back portion. From here mark 2 inch. Then at this point mark 2.5 inch. Extend these points. Now draw a slight curve here. So from here join this. Place the scale like this and join it. And at this part mark 2 inch and extend these points. So now I am going to cut it. This is how your back portion will be. So always mark like this and cut it. It's so simple to make. With this, hand cutting is complete. Now I'll show you how to cut the top. Now I'm folding the fabric by half in length. This is the front portion fabric, 2 layers. Now I'm going to fold by half in width. So here you can see 4 layers. Folded side, open side, draw a straight line to trim raw edges. So length of the top is 44 inch. So from this point mark 44 inch. I'm joining these points. Now in my measurement shoulder is 6.5 inch. So mark 6.5 inch here. Then neck width point is 3 inch. Mark half inch down for shoulder slope. Then join this with the neck width point. From here mark 7 inch. Join these 2 points. From the shoulder mark 7.5 inch, which is the chest measurement, and 15 inch for waist measurement. Then 21 inch for hip measurement. I'm extending these points. So now my chest measurement is 10 inch plus 2 inch for seam allowance. Waist measurement is 8.75 inch plus 2 inch for seam allowance. And hip measurement is again 10 inch plus 2 inch for seam allowance. And for the bottom, again mark 10 inch plus 2 inch. So join these points. Now place the armhole scale like this and draw a back armhole. Then from this point mark half inch inwards and draw a front armhole curve. So now I am marking the back neck depth, which is 3.5 inch. I am drawing a round neckline for back portion. So I am joining these points. With this marking is complete. Now I am going to cut it. Firstly, I'll trim the back armhole. I am trimming only the back neck. And for the front neck while stitching I will show you. Now I will trim the front armhole. Now I will show you how to trim the sleeves. For that I have taken a leftover fabric. You can see these are 4 layers. The required width of my sleeve is 12 inch. So mark it and extend these points. Then trim the excess fabric. Now you can see 4 layers here. So length of my sleeve is 12 inch. From the bottom, mark like this. Then extend these points. So again from this point mark 3.5 inch or 4 inch. It depends on your cap height. I'm extending these points. So from here mark 9 inch, which is my armhole round measurement. Then from here mark 1 inch inwards. So I'm drawing a back sleeve now. Again from this point mark half inch inwards and draw a front sleeve. So for the bottom round I'm marking 7.5 inch, which includes seam allowance. So I'm joining these 2 points. So this marking is complete now. I'm going to cut it. Firstly trim the back sleeve. Then place the right sides together. Then cut the front sleeve. For this my cutting is complete. Now I'll show you how to stitch. Firstly I have taken a back portion. For that I have taken a bias tape. I'll finish this neckline using this bias tape. Fold the bias tape by half in width like this and place it at the right side of the back portion and make a stitch. So I'll finish the neckline after attaching the shoulder. So now I have taken the front portion. I'll finish the front portion neckline and I have shared the video. You can see the link in my description box. So now I'm placing the back portion on the front portion. I'll finish the neckline after attaching the shoulder. So always make a double stitch at the shoulder. Now I'll finish the back neckline by folding it once and I will make a stitch at the inner edge. I have taken the sleeves now. You can see the width of the contrast fabric is similar to the sleeves and length is 5 inch. So I'm placing this fabric like this and I'll make a stitch for both the sleeves. Similarly I'll finish the other sleeve. So I have finished. Now fold the fabric like this and mark the center. Just fold it and trace the pattern. So this is the center, you can mark it. Then leave some half inch space on both the sides and make a stitch here. Similarly do for the other sleeve. So I'm trimming the excess fabric. So now turn this and make a stitch. So make a top stitch. Similarly finish the other sleeve. So now I'm placing the center of the sleeve with the center of the shoulder and I'll make a stitch like this. Similarly I'll finish the other sleeve. So you can see I have finished attaching both the sleeves. Exactly it looks like this. Now I'll attach both the sides. Now starting from the sleeve round till the hip point I'll make a stitch up to here for both the sides. Similarly I'll finish the other side. So you can see I have finished attaching both the sides. Now I'll fold the sides like this and I'll make a stitch. Similarly, I'll fold the bottom twice and I will make a stitch. So fold it twice and make a stitch at the inner edge. Stitch up to this point, then lift the pressure foot and turn the fabric. Again make a stitch. Then one more time lift it and make a stitch. Now similar to this, fold the bottom twice and make a stitch. Similarly, I'll finish the other side. With this, my top stitching is complete. Now I'll show you how to stitch the bottom. Make a stitch here for both front and back portion. Always make a double stitch here. So you can see I have finished attaching for both front and back portion. This is the back portion. So place the back portion like this and place the front portion on it and make a stitch at the sides. Since our back portion is more than our front portion, so you have to adjust and make a stitch. Make a stitch here. Similarly, finish the bottom also. Starting from here, stitch up to the bottom. Similarly, I'll finish the other side. So now I'm folding the bottom of the pant twice and I'll make a stitch. Similarly, I'll finish for the other side. So you can see I finished the bottom for both the sides and also I finished attaching the sides. Now I'll make a stitch here. So now I have finished attaching. So at the top of the pant, I am folding it once and I am making a stitch. This is for the belt portion. Now I am folding it one more time and I am making a stitch by leaving half-inch space to insert an elastic. Now I have taken an elastic of width 28 inch. I am inserting the elastic with the pant using the safety pin. Overlap both the elastics and make a stitch here. Now secure the elastic by making a stitch at the inner edge. With this, my stitching is complete. I hope you